Alright, hi everybody. So, right now, it's time for the movie review thing. Here we go. Tonight we're going to review some movies and take a look at, we got movies and TV shows on DVD. Got a big stack of them, so let's get started. First up, we got Good Night and Good Luck. It apparently won 6 Academy Awards. No, it was nominated for 6 Academy Awards for the Best Picture, and probably didn't win. It's not that good. This is the widescreen edition, and pretty much Robert Downey Jr. and George Clooney reenact some news guys' experience getting fired and whatnot. Now they gave it 5 stars. I don't know about that. I'd give it 2 stars for this. It's got a nice cover on the DVD. But the movie itself, not so good. I think George Clooney directed it too, and it's probably his first movie. He's new to the directing stuff, and the directing wasn't that good. Pretty much, there just wasn't a story there, and could have been better. You pretty much like. It just wasn't. CBS was promoting it probably. That's probably why they got funding for it. And you need some kind of a story when you do something like this. So Good Night and Good Luck, 2 stars or 3 or whatever. That's what I would say. Give George Clooney some directing classes, and then we'll see. Second up, we have RV, the full screen edition with Robin Williams. This is a family movie. I actually haven't seen this, but the cover doesn't look that good, and previews didn't look that good. Why bother? Apparently, it's a family that doesn't get along that well, so Robin Williams takes them on an RV trip, and there's lots of mischief and mayhem that occurs, and a lot of Robin Williams making faces probably, a lot of Robin Williams screaming, and the children being embarrassed by him or whatever. And I haven't seen it, but I'd give it 2.5 stars. It's more of a family movie. It's probably rated PG. Probably, yeah. I don't know. It's got some special features. Alternative scenes. Director's commentary. It's 2.5 stars. Okay, next up we got Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman in Far and Away. I don't think this is a new movie, but it's in widescreen. This is another one I haven't seen. It's in color, so it's not that old, but it's still old. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes on a dual layer disc. Far and Away, I don't even know what the story is with this movie, but it doesn't look that good. It's got like Tom Cruise on a horse. He's probably got an accent in the movie that isn't that good. But again, I haven't seen it, so judge for yourself. It's got subtitles, so you need to be literate to watch this one. It's PG-13. I'd give it another 2.5 stars because I haven't seen it, but I don't know. Tom Cruise lately this Katie Holmes stuff. He just had a kid, and yeah, I think he's getting married pretty soon. He might be already. I don't even know. Take a look inside. Nothing is in here. No booklets or anything. So I'm gonna have to go with 2.5. Universal. Okay, next up we have Seinfeld. Season 6 on DVD. Now, first of all, I'm a big fan of this show, Seinfeld. It has 4 individual booklet things. It's got, let's see, Jerry, Julia, Jason, and Michael Richards. And I gotta say, it's pretty good. Seinfeld, every episode seems like the best episode when you're watching it. And they always deliver great directing, producing, writing, all that jazz. The only bad thing about the DVD, when you're watching the special features, they get a little bit, cocky when they're talking about it. They always say, like, yeah, this is the best show ever. Just a little too cocky on the extra features. But besides that, it's pretty good. Take a look inside. You can see his house, sort of transparent there on the inside. And the back has a summary. There's like 20, I'd say 24 episodes. Something like that, maybe 22. And it's got a commentary, but not on every episode. I'm a fan of the commentary on the TV shows, because it's them just enjoying it. It's not really necessarily technical stuff, just them enjoying the show, talking about it. It's getting, like, human contact. It adds to the audience feeling. Even Jerry Seinfeld did a couple commentaries on this. You get the inside tips and tricks on how to make a good show. They talk a lot about how, like, complicated the sets were and how much time they put into that. So this was on NBC, and it's too bad that they got rid of it. It was a good show. They also have a cartoon version of some of the scenes. This is all season 6 though. They didn't put anything else in there. It's got Dolby Digital, subtitles in English, French, Portuguese, and Spanish. It's approximately 551 minutes long, and it's in color. It's from Sony Pictures. It's not rated. Maybe a little warning for the children out there. It's not rated, so that might be like above R, but I don't know. It's probably okay. So it's Seinfeld, and it's a good show. All their DVDs pretty much match. It's got a good, consistent feel to it. Could have made it a little thinner though. Only 4 discs. It's pretty thick, if you ask me. Could have done 2 double-sided ones. You could have put it in like a regular CD case, but I don't know. That's what they did. I'd give this 5 stars. Yeah, it's all right. There's that. Next up, we got Justice League Season 2. 26 episodes on 4 discs. Not a lot of people know about this show, but it's pretty good. The show is pretty much like Batman and Superman and all those other people combining and fighting against evil. Well, most shows nowadays they like do reverse psychology and whatever, and they make the bad guy the good person. But in this, they stay true, and they make the good guy a good person, and it's a pretty like honest American show, and it's got good animation. The stories are good most of the time. It's a good show, and season 2 is a little better than the first one. And let's see, the cover, they made it like 3-dimensional. You can feel them. You can feel the characters, and it's pretty interesting stuff. If you're into comics, I'm not really into them, but if you're into comics, you might like this. You might like this show. They've got commentary on a couple episodes, but not all of them. Like, I'd say probably 5 different commentary, something like that. They have cast interviews. Haven't seen every episode of this, but it's pretty good. I'd give this a 4 stars. I give it 4 stars, but again, if you're not really into comics and like superhero stuff, you're probably not going to be really into this. Again, Justice League Season 2 on DVD. There you go. 4 stars. Next up we have Annapolis with James Franco and Therese Gibson. This is a movie, I guess it's about a ship and the White House. This is another one I have not seen, but the covers have some planes, they have some sailors, they have the White House. I would guess something happens to the White House. This is the widescreen edition. I'm not a fan of the widescreen, but that's what they went with. They have a booklet inside. Not that impressive. This booklet's pretty simple. Alright. I would guess that it's about some pilots who try to steal the White House. That's just what I'm getting from the cover. Might not be correct, but that's just what I'm guessing. Looks like they joined the army, maybe. Doesn't look like a very solid story. They probably could have done better. They should hire some new writers for this next time. If they do a sequel, get new writers in there, because I don't know, planes stealing the White House, that's not a good script. Again, I haven't seen the movie, but that's what it looks like, and it doesn't look that good. I'm gonna have to give this 1 star. They just could have done better. These costumes look pretty cheap, if you ask me. It's from I don't even know. It's from Touchstone Pictures. They usually do a little better. I'm a little disappointed. Come on, Touchstone. Get with the program here. Next up we have 3 Academy Award winner for Best Directors. Brokeback Mountain. Now, this is another one, hate to admit, it's another one I haven't seen, but it's about, I know it's about 2 gay cowboys who fall in love on the farm, and I haven't seen the movie, but I heard it's pretty good. It got some awards and whatnot. Cover is pretty interesting. Has just the main characters. It's made out of a pretty solid plastic material. Pretty standard, but pretty durable. And this is a focus feature. They're usually pretty good. When you watch a focus feature, it makes you think. And as soon as the movie ends, you usually stop thinking. But focus features, it's like independent stuff. Even though they sold out, and they're pretty much a big company right now. It's directed by Academy Award-winning filmmaker Ang Lee, with a screenplay by Larry McMister, and I'm gonna have to give this 3.5 stars. So again, I haven't seen it, but I've heard some good stuff. There you go. That's my that's my review of Brokeback Mountain. Okay, next up we have She's the Man, starring Amanda Bynes. This is another one I haven't seen, but I think it's about Amanda Bynes. Like, I think she gets a sex change and becomes a guy. I know, like, I think she has to become her brother. I think that's what it's about. Again, I haven't seen it, but I think like her brother fails out of college or something. She has to take his place. And you can see the cover has a picture of like 5 college people. They're looking pretty hot there. It also has Duke something. Duke something is in the movie. It's rated PG-13. It's from DreamWorks. Doesn't look like a DreamWorks movie. It looks more like a Nickelodeon movie. It doesn't look that good. Normally DreamWorks has like this Spielberg stuff that's usually pretty good, but this doesn't look like that. The guy's holding a soccer ball. Soccer movies are never good. I hate to admit it. Air Bud Spikes Back. I think that was a soccer movie. It was alright. Besides that, soccer movies aren't that good. I'm going to have to give this 2 stars. Haven't seen it, so you don't have to judge for yourself. This is the widescreen edition. She's the Man. 2 stars. Okay. This is Harrison Ford and Brad Pitt in The Devil's Own. Again, this is another one I haven't seen. Oh, geez. It's another one I haven't seen, but it's a real treat, says Harrison Ford and Brad Pitt. The cover doesn't say that much about the movie. But Brad Pitt has a gun. He's looking good as usual. And looks like they're in some big city. There's a big bridge in the back. And Harrison Ford is running with a gun in his hand, it looks like. This is a Columbia picture. It's probably an action/drama movie. Well, if you look inside, you can see they just got a little lazy, looks like. They just put the exact same booklet picture as they did on the cover. I expect a little more from my DVDs, if you ask me. Just the exact same thing. I hope they didn't do it in the movie. I hope they didn't just copy one scene and put it in a different place. They should spend a little more time on these things. Seriously. Brad Pitt, he's looking pretty good, but sometimes his acting isn't up to par. And I haven't seen this movie, but I would guess that Brad Pitt isn't a very good actor in this, because it looks like an older one, an older movie. It's 111 minutes long. It's rated R. It's in color, and it's presented in Dolby Digital surround sound. So they probably spent a lot of money on this making it, but the script probably again isn't that good. The acting probably isn't that good. Harrison Ford pretty much plays the same character in every movie, just some angry old guy. And looks like the same thing in this one. Brad Pitt. Look at this picture. Here. right there. I don't know how well you can see that, but he's holding a silver gun and he's got a nervous look on his face. That pretty much sums up the movie, even though I haven't seen it. Okay, Brad Pitt is probably Harrison Ford's sidekick, and they're probably cops or detectives. And he's looking pretty nervous. He's probably like the comic relief to Harrison Ford in this movie. He's probably pretty nervous the whole movie. Probably has to overcome some obstacle. Probably has to shoot somebody at some point in the movie. I'd give it 3.5 stars because, again, the script isn't that good, but Brad Pitt movies are usually pretty good, even though he's not a very good actor in this movie, I would guess. Harrison Ford, he's been a little overplayed lately, but still, it's a real treat. 3.5 stars for that. Next up we have The Producers, the full screen edition with Nathan Lane, Matthew Broderick, and Uma Thurman. Now this is a movie about a sleazy producer who usually has flops, and his accountants, who has a little blanket that he's carrying around most of the movie. Oh, Will Ferrell's in this. Wow. Now this movie, the thing is, I have seen it. I've started it 3 times. 3 separate times I've tried to watch it, but I've fallen asleep each time. I'm not trying to fall asleep, it's just this music that they keep coming back to, because it's a musical. They're doing this music stuff, and it just puts you to sleep. I wish I could see the whole thing. I don't think it's possible. I've gotten about 15 minutes in, and can't get past that. Nothing that impressive on the cover. So the plot is Matthew Broderick is an accountant, and he comes up with this thesis sort of thing that the biggest, like the worse a movie is, the more money you'll make, because the government won't tax it as much or whatever. So they have to make a flop, and I haven't gotten past that, but I'm pretty enticed. I want to see the ending if I can stay awake, and I would give this a 4 star. It's from Columbia Pictures again. It's PG-13. And it's on DVD. It's from Universal too. That's about it. I give it 4 stars. This DVD also has deleted scenes, outtakes, analysis of the scene, and feature commentary. So there you go. Producers. Next up, I've got the TV series Everybody Hates Chris, the first season. This show was inspired by Chris Rock's childhood, and I have to admit, I haven't seen the show before the DVD came out. But as soon as it came out, I picked it up and watched like 3 episodes. They were pretty good, I have to admit. It's like Malcolm in the Middle and That 70s Show meets the Cosby Family. Just combine those 3 shows with a little dish from Chris Rock. And the stories they're all pretty similar. Takes place in Brooklyn in 1983 or 82 or something like that. And this little kid who stars in it, he's pretty good. He got the eye thing where you can pop him out, and he's got some pretty good acting skills. I think he might be in some other stuff. It's got a good cast. A little unexpected, and this DVD, I don't know what they did, but this is one of the nicest DVDs I've ever seen. This case, like, it's got the Seinfeld mini sleeves, which is nice, but they saved space by putting 2 in 1. Look at that. Save space. They could have made it twice as thick like Seinfeld did, but they're smart. They realize people need to save space with this stuff, so they made it half the size. And this outside thing is like laminated, which is very nice and smooth, and it's very, very soft and creative, and you can still see it very clearly. And I could probably write on this and just wipe it off because they like laminated it. This is the first season. I think it was on UPN, and then that mixed with WB and it became the CW. I don't know. I usually don't watch any of that stuff, but they probably picked it up for another season because it's pretty good. And it's Everybody Hates Chris. 4 stars. 4 stars for that. Pretty good stuff. Next up we got Munich. Munich, I've seen the first half of Munich, and it's pretty good. It's from Steven Spielberg, and it got 5 Best Picture awards. This is a movie about a group of terrorist people who have to kill other people, and the plot's a little confusing, a little tricky, but Spielberg, as usual, did a good job. Even though a lot of the scenes are in a different language and whatnot, you still understand what's going on, and it's a pretty good movie. I haven't seen the ending again. It's pretty good. Right here, instead of a booklet, they just put an advertisement. That's pretty cheap. I'm disappointed. I don't need these stupid advertisements. They've got like Brokeback Mountain and Ray and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. All these stupid movies. Why not give us a real like booklet or whatever instead of this crap? I didn't know anything about Munich before I saw this, but apparently it's pretty intense, and I can't really say whether it's realistic or not because I don't know that much about the plot. It's rated R because there's a lot of violence, a lot of explosions and shootings. I would give this another 4 stars. Okay, the tape just ended, but if you missed it, we just gave Munich 4 stars. There you go, Spielberg. Eat that up. Next we have Seinfeld, Season 4 on DVD. It's a great DVD, but what's up with this case? I don't understand what's going on. Pretty much, it's got the same stuff as Season 6, but all this like crazy cheap plastic for the cover. They should stay a little more consistent, and I like the special features on the DVD, but because of this cheap cover, I'm only going to give you 2 stars. It's a great show, but get a better cover than this. Come on, Seinfeld. 3 stars. 3 stars. There you go. Seinfeld season 4, 3 stars. Next up we have Glenn Ford in Plunder of the Sun. Plunder of the Sun. This looks like a pretty old movie. Like, looks almost black and white. Plunder of the Sun. I don't know what it's about. I haven't seen it. But this guy, I don't know. It's in full screen, which is good. But this guy doesn't look like a very good actor. Looks like he is at least trying a little too hard. And this guy, I haven't seen him in any new movies lately, so he's probably not that good. And Glenn Ford, pretty much Plunder of the Sun. I'm gonna give this movie 0 stars. The cover doesn't look that good. It's pretty old. It's probably like not even in English. It's not rated. Yeah, not that good. I'm gonna give this 1 star. 1 star. No, 0 stars. 0. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, 2 for the Money with Al Pacino and Matthew McConaughey and Russ Russo. And I haven't seen this movie yet, but I probably will. On the inside, they have Doing Right by DVD. They give you a list of tips for taking care of your DVD on the inside. 2 for the Money. It's from Universal. It's rated R. It's presented in Dolby Digital surround sound. And it looks like they are football coaches. Probably. Football bookies. And Academy Award-winning Al Pacino, Matthew McConaughey star this adrenaline-charged thriller about the sexy, high-stakes world of sports betting, where fortunes can be made and lost at the flip of a coin. When Brendan Long McConaughey becomes the... Okay, so pretty much they're sports bettors. Ooh, crap. They're sports bettors, and they have to bet on the game. Wow. It's probably one of the scariest movies ever made. I haven't seen it yet, but it's looking pretty scary. That's about it. He has some sunglasses. It's pretty neat. So 2 for the Money, I would give it 2 stars. 2 for the Money. Should have made it 3 for the Money. Would have gotten 3 stars. And that's it. Yeah. Next up we have Prime. This is a movie on DVD. I haven't seen this movie yet. Doesn't look that good. It looks like a chick flick. Looks like these people pretend to fall in love, even though they aren't. It's just what they think. And it's rated PG-13. It's got 10 minutes of incredible deleted scenes. I'm giving this movie 2 stars. That's all there is to it. It's a romantic comedy with Brian Greenberg. 2 stars. Alright. South Park. Season 8 on DVD. So, South Park's a pretty good show. A lot of profanities. A lot of violence. All that good stuff. And it's a very nice DVD. It's got the 3-dimensional jazz on top. Solid white. These pictures from this stuff. and it's season 8 on DVD with 3 discs. They even have. All right, here's what they do. They have mini commentaries. On some shows, they do commentaries for the whole show, and it gets a little boring after a while. So what they do is they do these commentary minis. They only do like maybe 3 minutes each episode, at most, and it's interesting. Season 8 was all right. They had that anime episode. They had the throwing stars where Butters gets hit in the eye. It's pretty funny stuff there. I'm gonna give this 3 stars. No, 3.5. 3.5. It's got lots of good stuff. But you can find all these episodes on the internet for free. So, if you're a big fan, buy this, get the commentary, all that jazz. But besides the commentary, there isn't that much extra stuff on here. Just like promos and whatnot. 3.5 stars though, because it's still a good show. Last but not least, Tales from the Crypt, the complete 3rd season on DVD. I haven't seen this show. So, I don't know. I'd give it... There's a monster on the front. The DVD's pretty cheap. It's the 3rd season. I'm giving this 1.5. 1.5 stars. Tales from the Crypt on DVD. Doesn't look that good. Looks like a piece of crap monster movie that didn't do that well. Yeah. Doesn't look that scary. There you go. That's it. Join in next week where you can get all the news, reviews, and previews of all these great blues movies. That's it.